Oh hi, welcome to Academia. Let's take a quick look around. One of the oldest and most famous cities in academia is called Philosophy. Now, most of the people there spend their time writing papers, going to conferences, or ending up as baristas. That was a joke, obviously. No one in philosophy gets invited to conferences. Now, if you head east across Unemployable Mountain, you'll eventually get to physics and maths. Now, you probably want to visit one of these if you're interested in numbers, precision, and a lifetime of sexual abstinence. Both have their own neighbourhoods, of course, but I recommend visiting the Quantum District. Just be aware they've got a bit of a thing for murdering cats, whatever that's all about. Maths has its own weird parts of town, P and MP, who are kind of at war at the moment. There's also Geometry Island, which is basically just lines. Several hours drive away is astronomy, but I'd give it a miss. Bit of a black hole, if you know what I mean. Engineering is quite nice, but they haven't really contributed much recently though, to be honest. Just bridges, dams, turbines, planes, obviously, rockets, space stations, petroleum, motors, telecommunications, electronics, and the Industrial Revolution. Let's be honest, bunch of lazy pricks. If you have a bit of extra time, just over Humanities River is literature. Take a walk around the Russian neighbourhoods. Their police department is excellent. Everyone's obsessed with crime and punishment. The American district is alright too. The weather's pretty brutal during the day, but tender is the night. And the British section isn't bad either, just don't go in with any great expectations, yeah? Just a few miles east is history. Now, they're good people, but they do seem to hang on to the past quite a bit. Jesus Christ, guys, let it go already, yeah? Linguistics is currently off limits at the moment with an outbreak of irritable vowel syndrome, but West Chomsky is very nice. Lovely gnomes. A few miles away there's the Gender Studies Waterfall. They're usually quite pushy there about everyone checking their sunscreen, and their privilege. Just over Sarkeesian Canyon we find education. I'd be very careful about visiting unless you're a fan of incompetent idiot midgets. I believe they're commonly referred to as children. Psychology is an up-and-coming city. I'd recommend the Oedipus Rex district, which is full of absolute MILFs. Skinner Island, but just be sure to watch your behaviour. And the Milgram Quarter, but I'd avoid that one unless you want quite a shock. And then there's sociology, where everyone is so advanced they've stopped believing in stupid old-fashioned concepts like proof. Anthropology, which is full of stalkers. Theology, Jesus Christ, those guys work religiously. And economics, there's supposedly treasure buried somewhere. I don't know, I guess X marks the spot. Medicine, where the local pastime is being sued for having the audacity to try and help people. Communication studies is a nice little break, be sure to give it your full attention and have a propaganda. Law is lovely. You can take a left at Smallprint Avenue, a right onto Litigation Street, straight up Matrimonial Highway, and yeah, by the time you reach the fountain, you'll find yourself bankrupt and paying for your ex's lawyer. Back over on Employable Mountain, just past film studies, I'd advise finishing off your trip with a visit to the Performing Arts, where the inhabitants are lovely, but my god do they make a song and dance of everything. Now, the geology of academia is quite interesting. There are the undergraduates on top, then a sub-layer of postgrads who have been severely crushed by geological pressure and life, and finally the PhDs and staff who exist in a state of constant stress and have been turned into human magma. You'll know you've reached this level when you notice something wet and soggy draining out of your ear one day and realise it's your soul. So, if that all sounds up your street, why not visit academia yourself? I only came to avoid getting a real job, and I've been trapped here for 9 years. Did I say trapped? I meant having a lovely time. It's like prison, but the sex isn't as regular. Goodbye.